Good morning everybody, Cam Biker here. Just left my father's house. It's Father's Day, so dropping off his present. And I'm on the strawberry. Because I was dropping off a present, handy having them boxes on the back. A lot better than having to wear a rucksack. I was a bit worried about wearing a rucksack. It's that idea that if something went wrong and you ended up sliding along the road, one of those very strong straps snagging on something would be, well, doesn't bear thinking about, does it really? Anyway, I thought I'd just have a chat with you about a thing, or a pair of things that I've put on the bike. Give you my first impressions of something. I actually got them for Christmas. It's been a while before I got them put on the bike. It was actually my dad that bought me these, so I've got a Father's Day present weirdly in a way as well. So I fitted them last night. A pair of grip puppies. Grip puppies, if you haven't seen them before, are these things. I've got one there, and I've got another one there. And basically they are kind of foamy, rubbery tubes. Materials, it isn't that, I don't think, but it's very similar in texture to the stuff they make wetsuits out of. So it's kind of rubbery, but it's also kind of foamy, kind of non-wetsuity. Very, very grippy. And the idea is that you push them on over your grips, and it makes your grips bigger, wider, fatter. I'm used to having Oxford heated grips on all the bikes that I've had in the past, apart from my little 125 I had for a couple of months. I've put the Oxford heated grips on them. I think they call them the premium heated grips. 692 or something, I think the number is. Keeping an eye out on all these cars because it is Sunday after all. And those grips are much fatter than standard grips. Now this bike has got heated grips on already, but they're the Honda ones, and Honda have obviously done a very clever job because their heated grips are seemingly no fatter than the standard grips. And if you like standard grips, you'll love that, but if you like me and you like the fatter grips, you won't. So I suggested these as a present when they were asking me what I'd like for Christmas, and I finally got around to putting them on. Now the difference is quite a lot, I have to say, in terms of size. So before, with the standard heated grips, the Honda heated grips, my hands were kind of like that, you know, thumb overlapping the finger, quite narrow bars, quite narrow grips. And that, for the way I like to ride, the way I like to hold the bars, I always felt like I was left gripping them too hard because it's kind of a less natural grip for my little fingers. These though are massively fatter now. Now my index finger and thumb are just touching when they're around these. I have got ridiculously small child-like fingers, so they're kind of like that, much bigger. And it's a much more comfortable position. If anything, it's slightly fatter than I expected to be, and that's left me with a weird bit that, because of those child-like fingers, it's now a little bit of a stretch to the clutch. I might just change the lever anyway to an adjustable one, but I can probably live with it. But it is quite a changeover. But I have to say, one thing that's happened that I didn't expect is the grippiness of the grips. I mean, it's in the name, I suppose, but the old grips, again, you hold them quite tight because the material that they're made of was quite plasticky. It was a rubbery material, but quite plasticky when compared to the Oxfords. This is really soft, really spongy, really nice to hold, and massively grippy. I mean, it's one finger throttle kind of stuff with no pressure. There you go, I'm holding it on one finger, no pressure at all needed. I'll go one-handed to show you I'm not pushing, and I can control that throttle just like that, really, really easily. So that's a benefit I hadn't expected. So I'm really quite impressed as a first ride. First impressions of them so far, really quite impressed. The only worry I've got is that they might soak up water because they are quite spongy, but as I say, they are quite rubbery too. So who knows? Grip wise, it's a bit weird. Let me if I explain how you put them on, and then show you kind of the downside so far. When you put them on, there's no glue, There's no sticking as such. They're actually quite hard to push on by themselves, so they recommend, and I did this, they recommend you put a little bit of soapy water, a bit of fairy liquid and water, just either put onto your grips or put inside the grip puppies to allow you then to twist them on. Now I always keep a bit of soapy water. I don't use fairy liquid. Alright dog, chill out. I don't use fairy liquid. I use the Lidl equivalent, you know, so pixie liquid or something. Troll cleaner, I don't know. Some other similarly named product. Always made me laugh that you get Caesar dog food and they sell Brutus. So I sprayed a couple of little squirts of that into each grip, and then they went on quite easily. You have to kind of twist them around the bar as you push them along, and then they go on nicely. And the idea is that once that's dried, it should just grip by itself using the naturally grippy material. Now I'm not sure how accurate that is. The throttle, there's no slippage at all there. I can try and push it round and it's gripping, it's fine. The other side, not so good. Look at that. I'm hoping that'll just be that there's still some hairy fairy liquid in there and it's going to dry itself out and stick. But so far, it's not doing it. They've only been on for 12 hours, so we're not massively in danger territory yet. But it is a worry that when the thing's slipping around quite that easily, is it going to sort itself out or not? Or am I going to have to put glue on? Because I don't really want to glue something that just goes over the heated grips. So that's one of the downsides. But yeah, they went on easily enough. So the hand guards had to come off, and the bar ends came off because, well, I mean they don't have to, but they came off because that's the same bolt holds the hand guards on as does the bar ends. And then put them on with the old fairy liquid. Easy to fit then, grippy. As the positives, downside that. The only other thing on there that's a potential downside, and I haven't proved it yet, it was a thing that I was concerned about when asking for them in the first place, is the heated grips. One, will it damage the heated grips by insulating them and making them overheat? I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I hope not, because I suspect Honda grips are probably pretty expensive to replace. And secondly, will the heat come through? And definitely they insulate. Because I've had the heated grips on this morning as I was riding to my parents' house, and normally I'd have them on level 1 of 3, and if it's a really really cold day, which it isn't, I might go as high as level 2, and on level 2 they start to burn after a while and you start lifting your hands off to get the wind over the guards to let them cool a bit. This morning I had the heated grips on full level 3 heater armour, and there was heat coming through and it was nice and warm, but it never got anywhere near the heat that you would get off level 3 on the normal grips, so it's definitely insulating them. That's something I have to keep an eye on, and maybe in winter they're not going to be as good and they'll have to come off. Anyway, I'll see how I get on with them, and if there are any other bad points I'll let you know, and if you've got any questions about them, let them know in them their comments. Thanks for watching everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.